Say it again.
So these are wild.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right. So, well, everybody clap now. Welcome to the room, Mr. Luke Prater, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up?
Hey, so quick background on old Luke Prater here. San Antonio area native. I don't know if I necessarily, is it Lavernia?
That's right. Yeah, that's where I did my growing up, was Lavernia. Yeah.
Did I say it right?
That's right. Yeah.
I always get worried.
That's good.
The other day I said biopic, and I think it's biopic, right? Is it?
Whatever.
Is it biopic or biopic?
Depends who you ask, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
So, you do your thing, man.
Again, man, super excited to have you here. If you don't know Luke, he's a killer guitarist, again, from the San Antonio area. He's got some new music that he put out early in 2025. I'm excited to get to have you here to play some of that music for us here. Luke Prater, Sounds Like Texas tonight. So I don't know how much of this is true because I did get some help from ChatGPT with my interview questions today, but it looks like you just played the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo.
That's right, yes, sir.
And then you're in town in Houston to play at Rodeo Houston tonight. Which is pretty cool, man. Brad Paisley's playing.
That's it, yes, sir.
It's going to be a good night, man. Have you ever done Rodeo Houston before?
Nah, I've never gotten paid. I played for free. For real. I played in the livestock commission tent, I think. Played for free. Left that night and drove to Colorado.
Yeah.
Made like $80 in tips, I think. So.
Well, that's still
good to be back and get some money in my pocket.
Yeah. I love it, man. That might be the most honest, sincere, best answer you could have given,
100%.
man. It's good to have you in town, man. I know we've been trying to get you on Sounds Like Texas for a while. Luke was on one of my previous podcasts and really enjoyed having you on. Then I caught a show one night when I was in Conroe. I saw you at the table at Madeley, and that was a good one.
That sea of people that were there, you remember that?
It was pretty packed.
Couldn't find a place to sit.
Yeah, it was good, man. I love that place. Every time I go there, I feel like it's like asses to elbows in there.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I love Frank.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So let's get into it. I got to know, since you are a native Texan, I'm going to try to gauge you here. I don't know if we really got to get to know each other personally last time, but right off the rip, Dr. Pepper or Big Red?
Dr. Pepper.
My man. Got to go with it, right?
100%.
Big Red, I found out, and I probably shouldn't say this, but it's true. The red stuff that they put in there is from bugs, bro.
I believe that all day long.
It's like crushed up bug shakes. Yeah, not good. So if you're eating at a Texas barbecue joint, what's on your plate?
Pound of.
He was gonna go 2 pounds.
No, it depends where I'm at, I guess. No, I'll do a 2-meat brisket, extra lean, extra thin, cream corn, green beans, sweet tea.
Yeah, gotta have the sweet tea.
Yeah.
Do you put sauce on it? Are you a purist or?
I put sauce on it.
Yeah, me too. I love the sauce.
But I kind of just got into the doing brisket myself thing. So I get the purist point of view because as soon as
you want to taste the meat.
Yeah, exactly. I've never been about the fat either until I cooked it.
Yeah, I love it.
I rendered it. I was like, hey, this is pretty good.
Yeah, I love the fat on a brisket, man. That's awesome. So if you could have any classic Texas ride, so I don't know, an F-250, an old school El Camino, maybe a Chevelle, like in Dazed and Confused with the racing stripe. Like, what would you have if you could have? What's your ultimate?
We're talking old school.
Talking whatever. What's the ultimate? Mine would be a Cyber Beast, a Tesla, a new one. That's what I really want. That's like.
Yeah, right now I'm talking a 2025 Harley F-350.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Heck yeah.
My first truck, I would give an arm and a leg to get it back. It
was what?
2006 F-350.
Nice.
At 16 years old in Lavernia, Texas, boy, I was riding high.
Yeah.
6.0, blew the head gasket, couldn't afford to replace it, and had to sell it.
Yeah, I hear you. I did that. I blew up an engine in an '86 Blazer, maybe an '84 Blazer when I was that age, when I was first driving. So that's awesome, man. What's your favorite dance hall in Texas? This will be a good answer.
There's two. I mean, but there's a gold and a silver and probably a bronze. Green Hall.
Yep.
Got to do it. We got some some good news for Green Hall for later in the year that I can't talk about right now. I met Mrs. Prater here at Green Hall in 2021.
Really?
I did, and then I went back there September something this year. We got to play with Kyle Park, and pretty neat. But yeah, I met my wife there.
That's cool. And his wife has some Houston roots, Montgomery County roots, right?
That's right, Conroe.
Yeah, Conroe. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. Yeah, very cool. So let's see if you know your laws here in Texas, okay? Do you know it's technically illegal in Texas to milk someone else's cow?
No, I didn't. Can't say I knew that.
Well, now you know, man.
I'm sure somebody would get mad if nothing else.
The cow might get mad.
Maybe. Not if you do it right.
What's that?
Not if you do it right.
That's true. That's very, very true. I also have to ask you this question because you're from a different area than Houston. In Houston, Whataburger, everybody loves Whataburger, dude.
Yep.
You know, it was awesome when Nolan Ryan was a part of Whataburger, and I think that's why Houston really fell in love with it. But I know that there are better burgers than Whataburger in Texas. So I'm going to ask you, Whataburger or P. Terry's?
Whataburger. Yeah.
What?
100%.
I thought you were going to go. I totally had in my car right here. I was like, he's going to go P. Terry's.
You want to know something? Never had it.
What?
Never had P. Terry's, yeah.
I figured you might have it. They've got them all over Austin. We just got one in Houston, and I thought they had them in San Antonio.
They do.
Yeah.
I just never had them. If you went, and this people are gonna hate me for this. If you went In-N-Out, Whataburger, that's tough.
Is it?
Tough. Yeah, for me.
I do like In-N-Out, but I'm just not a big. I was mad at Whataburger when they got rid of the Monterey Melt. Now the Monterey Melt's back, but since then I've learned that it has like 2,400 calories. So.
Don't worry about it.
Bro, I can't eat for 3 days if I eat one of those.
It's fine. It's fine. But the thing, the contrast between In-N-Out and Whataburger, there's not a...
What do you get at In-N-Out?
Double.
Yeah.
Last time I was there, I got 2.
With the
probably
with the
4,000
animal
calories.
sauce?
Yeah, the spread, I think. Is that what it is?
With like the Thousand Island, whatever it is.
Yeah. Lots of spread.
Yeah. All right, cool. So you're out on the ranch, and a wild armadillo and a rattlesnake cross paths. Who wins that showdown?
Armadillo. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know this based on personal experience?
Does anybody?
I don't know, man.
Oh. Well, yeah. He's either going to run away or roll up in a ball. Or, they're vicious, man. Might get that rattlesnake by the head. I don't know.
Armadillos are vicious? I've never heard that.
Big time.
I wouldn't think by looking at an armadillo waddling that it would be that vicious. You know how they have a little bit of a waddle to them?
Yeah, they look sweet. In Roadhouse, up on the wall, they look sweet.
Yeah.
But out in the wild, man, they'll hiss at you.
All right, one more little stupid thing here for the internet, and then we'll have you play a song. Luke Prater, Sounds Like Texas, came up from San Antonio. He's playing at the Houston Rodeo tonight. Very cool, man. So I'm going to throw out some Texas sayings, and you tell me if you've heard them, if you've used them, or if you think I just made them up.
All right.
All right. So, hotter than a billy goat in a pepper patch.
I'd say I can't say I've heard it. Something about hotter than a billy goat blank. Say I've heard it.
All right.
Real?
I think that's real.
What, you don't know? You're the guy with the answers.
I told you ChatGPT helped me with some of
That's
this.
funny. ChatGPT don't know nothing about Texas.
Sure it does, dude. I love ChatGPT, man. I can't
too.
get through life without it, honestly,
I agree.
right now.
I'm with you.
I use it all the time.
Yep.
And then I was watching some new Tom Hardy movie last night, like trying to go to sleep, and it was like this futuristic movie about how he got paralyzed. Have you seen this? Where they put a computer chip in his spine, and he was a quadriplegic after this accident, but then he regained everything, and he went after the guys that like killed him and his wife in the movie, right? But it was so futuristic, and they had like, literally they had like on their kitchen table just like a screen, and you could like go through stuff, and like on the wall, and they had something named Kara that was basically like Siri or something, you know, talking to them in their house. And I'm like, man, I can't wait for that. Are you into the future or what?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I mean,
She's not seen a whole lot of the Marvel movies, so we just watched Iron Man 1, 2, 3, and then all the Avengers. So yeah, like Iron Man type.
Who's your favorite
Jarvis
superhero?
Oh yeah, Iron Man.
Yeah?
He's a stud. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not real into it. Like, there's a guy at my gym that has, like, the Avengers tattoo. I'm not like that. But it's entertaining on a Tuesday.
Yeah. It's a good little movie night every once in a while, but I'm not getting the tattoo. I love that, man. One more thing. That dog won't hunt.
That's it. Yeah, I use it.
All right. All hat, no cattle.
Yeah.
That's a real one. Finer than a frog hair split 4 ways.
Boy, it works. I can't say I've used it, but it makes sense.
Might want to write that one down.
All right.
All right. Now, seriously, man, I was on my way into work, and, when you were on my last podcast, I think it was 2024, you had Cold in Kansas come out, which I think is a great song. I really love that song. I listened to it on the way in today. I revisited it. But your new song, which is Leave This Behind.
Sir.
Bro, that's like such a solid country radio song.
Thank you.
Such a good, I just heard it for the first time I played it, and I was like, dang.
Thank you.
Dang, dude. Hit it on the head, man. That's a good one, man. That's a really good radio song. Right off the rip, I was like, this could be big. How's that doing for you?
It's doing really good.
Yeah, man.
Radio and live especially. It's so much fun. We're actually heading to Nashville tomorrow. The guys are heading back to San Antonio in my van and trailer. We're waking up and flying to Nashville. I'm recording another 4 songs, putting these, the 8 that I already had recorded. Another 4 would be my first full-length record. But I say that to say the guys in studio in Nashville, can't beat them. Those guys, I walked in to the studio with, and they turned it into what you hear. Which
such a
that's
great
fine,
song.
But man, those guys, Jerry Rowe especially. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's on all the Luke Combs tracks, Morgan Wallen. He's the guy playing drums.
Okay.
So from the time you start that song, hopefully it catches your ear, which is what we were going for.
It definitely did, and then I listened to it again probably another 4 times.
Hey, thanks. I was wondering where those 4 streams came from.
You saw that, yeah? That was me.
I appreciate it.
Thanks to that long traffic jam, you got a couple extra today.
That's it.
So that's cool, man. Can you tell me a little bit more? So you went to Nashville, you played them that lick, the song came out, Leave This Behind. What's the premise of the song for people listening who maybe haven't heard it before you get into it? And then I'd love for you to play it.
Yeah. So it was a co-write with my buddy Brandon Michael, another Texas country artist. We actually wrote it in the Woodlands.
Okay. I love that.
While we were dating, she was a teacher in Willis, and during the day, I turned her living room into my studio. I had my Scarlett set up, and I had everything, and I'd sit there and write demos, or cut demos and write songs. And I met with Brandon one day, and man, we were kind of just hypothesizing on, the end of a relationship where it's just toxic and bad, and you keep going back, and neither one of you is happy, but you're complacent, right? And so that's where the song was bred from. I think I had that chorus sitting in my notes for maybe a year or so and never did anything with it. And that day we sat there and we hammered it out. And it's probably, if not my favorite, my second favorite song that we've cut in Nashville so far.
Isn't that funny how that works out? It was just like sitting there hanging in your phone. That's no one knew about it but you, and you probably forgot about it, maybe, right? And then all of a sudden it's like somewhat career defining right now. You know what I mean? Like it's like I feel like it's one of your biggest songs, right?
Thank you. Yeah. Man. Funny too, I had the chorus and I felt like it was strong, and then you can write a verse for it, but if that verse don't live up to the chorus, throw the verse away. And so that's what I had done a couple times. I had in my note down at the very bottom of the note were all the verses that I never used, that were just kind of subpar. So you wait until you can get the right verse and the right chord and the right bridge and structure. But yeah, man, I love the way it turned out. I'm glad
you finally got it built, man. And Luke Prater, Sounds Like Texas. Here he is to perform it. It's brand new. It's out. It's available. But we're going to get an exclusive stripped down version right now. Again, the song's called Leave This Behind.
That's right. Coming home at 3 a.m., still running behind. Been burning the day, both hands trying to keep this dream alive. She's working days and I work nights. In the meantime, all we do is fight. I'm tired. we just call it night. And you can't find a place to stay, 'cause you're running all the time. And I can't find what to believe behind all of those eyes. And I don't know just how to say, and you know how hard I've tried. Bottom line, this time it's best that we just leave this behind. A few years and broken hearts, what I'll leave behind. After all this time, we know too well that we gave it our best try. So I'll pack my bags and say goodbye. No, darling, I won't mind, but I sure like if you didn't try to ask me why. And you can't find a place to stay, 'cause you're running all the time. And I can't find what to believe behind all of those lies. And I don't know just how to say it, and you know how hard I've tried. Bottom line, this time it's best that we just leave this behind. With all those tears you cried, and all the nights that I was in the rain, they could let you down too many times. And you can't find a place to stay, 'cause you're running all the time. And I can't find what to believe. So girl, say goodbye. And I don't know just how to say it, and you know how hard I've tried. Bottom line, I'm just too tired to fight. Baby, you can be the one that's right. I'll take the thanks, kiss you one last time. Just leave this behind. Just leave this behind.
There it is. Luke Prater, Sounds Like
Thank you.
Texas. Leave This Behind, a Sounds Like Tech exclusive. That's what I like to call it. I came up with that the other day with the help of ChatGPT. Tech exclusive. Yeah, I like it.
I like it. Thank you, sir.
Hey, so I want to ask you some serious questions now. You know, I think that you're carrying our Texas torch very well, and I wanted to know, and I ask everybody this that comes on the show, but what does it mean to you to represent Texas in country music?
Oh, that's a great question. It's kind of, I kind of feel like I'm just set in the groove that everybody else has already paved. Trying to do the best I can. I got the van and trailer, but because of Willie Nelson and then, Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen and Curtis Grimes and all these guys, they set out the structure for how to make a living playing honky tonks in Texas. And so, man, I feel like I've been doing just whatever I can just to fall in that groove, to meet those people, to hit those routes in every market. And there's certainly a pride that comes with being. I'm going to Nashville tomorrow, I told you, and I'm playing at the local tomorrow night. I'm going to be the only guy there in a cowboy hat. I'm the only guy that talks like I talk. And there's a pride with that. And it's kind of, I kind of want to stand out from the crowd, especially in Nashville, because all these other guys, they seem, not all of them, not trying to talk mess, but there's a lot of just run-of-the-mill guys out there playing songs and indie type, whatever. And I'm from Texas. I'm going to play you my Texas discography. And, man, there's an independence that I live with being from Texas of, man, I work really hard for everything I got. And I'm really proud of everything I have because I've worked so hard. And I think that's all stemmed in Texas and in my faith. And, yeah, I mean, you know how it goes.
I love that answer, man. That's a great answer. Sometimes people get stumped, and then I hear sometimes really genuine, brilliant, thoughtful answers that, I can tell, it means something to you when you say that, right? So I love hearing that. Again, Luke Prater, my guest this week, my featured artist this week. He's going to play one more song for us, but I also want to do 3 things you never knew about Texas. Special Luke Prater Edition.
Whoop, whoop.
I did it just for you.
Thank you.
With the help of ChatGPT.
All right.
Don't hate me on that.
That's cool. I like it. It's good.
So San Antonio. Let's talk San Antonio. There's such a rich history there. What's special about SA to you, growing up there and being a part of that scene?
Oh, there's a lot. There's venues, there's restaurants, there's the Riverwalk, the Alamo, there's the Tower of the Americas. You ever heard of that? Have you heard of it?
No.
It's like our Space Needle. There's a place called the Chart House at the I don't even know, it's like 200 foot up in the sky. Spins around. The floor moves in a complete circle once every hour. So you sit up there and you eat a 5-star meal. I go there every year on my birthday with my wife.
Nice.
That's real special to me. And then, man, kind of the outskirts of San Antonio, if you just make a circle around it, it's all just beautiful. If you're northwest, you go up towards Medina and Fredericksburg and all that. It's just hill country, beautiful. If you go northeast, you got New Braunfels and everything that comes with that. And then you go a little more east, maybe a little bit south is Lavernia, the neck of the woods that I'm at. If you go southwest is kind of the oil field, which is where I used to work. I don't go over there. I try not to go over there anymore. But, man, the geography is beautiful. We got Canyon Lake, Medina Lake. Calaveras is kind of gross, another lake over there. But
It's like Galveston?
Yeah. Kind of the equivalent. It's the power plant runoff is Calaveras Lake. But, yeah, San Antonio's awesome, man, in the small towns outside of San Antonio. Lavernia, New Berlin, St. Hedwig, which is actually where we're at now, is in St. Hedwig. Seguin, Floresville, New Braunfels, just really, really nice part of Texas. I like it up here, too. I hadn't been up in this neck of the woods much before I met Hannah, and then, of course, when I was up here with her, we got to tote around Montgomery and all that. Very pretty, but I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
I hear you. It's cool, man, to have you here. I haven't had too many artists on from San Antonio. Kinfo came by the other day when they were in town, but I think San Antonio's always had like a really cool scene. My friend Sonny's out there. Do you know Sonny? Sonny Salcedo? Yeah. So I love, the different, I don't know what you would even call it, but the different subsets of Texas music that you can hear,
For sure.
And I'm specifically talking about accordion and, stuff like that, Tejano influenced music. So I love that, man. I love that scene. And again, it's an honor, it's a pleasure, it's a privilege. Thank you again for making the trip down to San Antonio and spending some time with me this afternoon. I want to talk to you about touring in Texas. Okay. It's a big place. It's our own country, really, and I want to know maybe like your most memorable Texas road trip or some sort of crazy story from being out on the road.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can share without getting in trouble with your wife sitting next to you and maybe the police watching online?
We had a blowout on 35 in Waco the other day. That was not fun at all.
You hit what?
I had a blowout on 35 in Waco the other day, heading to Dallas. That was not fun. Not very exciting either, but just
that happens.
Real bummer. Man, the story I revert to all the time, I got to tour with Curtis Grimes back in 2021. He took me all over the country to tour. All over Texas, but then we did 13 different states. We had a bus for one route. We were going up to George's Majestic, I believe. That's in Arkansas somewhere, Little Rock maybe. And we had van call in Waco, and so we left from San Antonio, went to Waco, loaded up all of our bags into this bus that he leased out for this route. We played Arkansas and somewhere else on the way home, maybe New Mexico. We got to bus call about midnight. We unload our trailer into the trailer that was already on the bus. We throw all the bags in. Threw all the bags in the van, the bus. It's midnight. I go find my bunk. I go to sleep. I wake up in Arkansas, parked at the venue. I'm like, oh, my phone's dead. Let me grab my charger. I'm like, man, where's my bag? And my guys, hey, for real, this isn't funny. Like, where's my bag?
Yeah.
Hour and a half. I'm looking everywhere on the bus, every bunk. Literally, I thought it was a prank.
Right. Some road shenanigans.
Sure enough, I left my suitcase with my charger, my jeans, and underwear and toothpaste and everything in Waco, and I was in Arkansas.
Whose bus or van did you put it in?
It was in Curtis's van. So we left from San Antonio. We had bus call in Waco. And I left it in the van somehow. I got caught up loading the trailer. And so I spent that whole day before our show at George's Majestic, literally on Uber, going from Cavender. I had to go get jeans. I borrowed my drummer's boots. I had to go get underwear. I had to go to Walmart for toothpaste and toothbrush. But we made it by. Somewhere there's a picture of me wearing a cowboy hat, or a ball cap at George's Majestic. Only show I've ever played in a ball cap. I wear a cowboy hat. Or if my hair is really short, I won't wear a hat at all. The only show I've ever played with a ball cap on is at George's Majestic, somewhere in 2021, because I left my bag in Waco.
It doesn't sound like you're that thrilled about that story. He's still mad about wearing that baseball cap on stage. He's like, ugh.
For real.
That wasn't a good night for me.
But made a good story.
So excited to have Luke Prater again here tonight. Sounds Like Texas. My featured artist this week, Luke Prater, Sounds Like Texas. It's been cool talking to you about San Antonio and getting your perspective on that whole area. I do want to play the one that I would like you to play it.
You can play it if you can.
Somewhere I got a harmonic if you want me to join you.
Let's go. We're in E.
But yeah, this cold. It's Cold in Kansas is the title, the proper title.
That's right.
And I guess that song. And I don't know if I told you this, but I lived in Kansas for a while.
I think you did, yeah.
And what a miserable place that is.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, I went to college in Kansas. That's where I first was ever on the radio, and that was really cool. And I had a great experience at the college I went to there. But it's really, really cold, really windy.
Yeah.
Like that wind, it hurts when it hits your face.
Gotcha.
And it's just boring. And they don't have good Mexican food.
Yeah.
I think the best Mexican food that Kansas had was a place called Taco John's.
All right.
Not good.
Not good?
Not good tacos, not good John's.
Were you in Texas first and you went to Kansas?
Oh, yeah.
So you knew
I'm
good
from
Mexican
Texas.
food first?
Yeah, I'm from Texas, and then I moved to Colorado when I was like 13, and then graduated high school in Denver, and then went to college in Kansas.
All right.
So did you, I can't remember, were you living out there in Kansas?
No. I would never.
Yeah.
It's pretty though.
He's like, I'm smarter than you, bud.
Yeah, I think I got these recorded. Maybe.
Yeah, they're recording.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, the light's on.
No. I got a dream to have like Airbnbs in like Indiana and Kansas. That would be cool just to go visit. But
Who's renting an Airbnb in Kansas?
well, I don't know. But if anybody would, I'll have to evaluate the market first. But
yeah.
if I could make some profit, it'd be cool. You know.
He said, I got a dream, man.
Come on.
I got a dream that Kansas is going to have a great tourist season coming up.
That's it.
It's going to be the new Mecca in America, the new family destination every summer. Kansas.
You never know.
You never know, man. I'm laughing at you now, but you might be paying for dinner in 10 years. You know what I mean?
That's funny.
Luke,
No, I never lived there. But we played a show in Hayes at the Fox Theater there. Sure, yeah. So I said a little bit earlier, I used to work in the oil field. I was a safety guy. Anybody in the oil field, don't curse me for that. There's guys that work a lot harder than the safety guys. I used to watch them. So I was walking around the pad with a clipboard one day. I was checking everybody in. It was a miserable day, man. The whole pad, all that caliche gets wet, just turns into a mud pit. And there's semis rolling in, rolling out all day. I was not having a good day. This guy was up on a harness, and they pull all that pipe out of the ground. They stick it up on the rack. Something happened. He didn't secure that pipe up on the rack, right? So this pipe fell. It was a 100-foot pipe. Fell off the rack, and it smacked down on the ground. I'm the safety guy, but that's not really my jurisdiction, right? So the company that happened to was Devon. Right? It was an oil company. And so any incident happens, they have to have a head of safety come out and kind of do like a briefing and look at everything.
Write a report.
So this guy comes out. I walk over to go sign him in. I hand him my clipboard. Hey, sir, would you mind signing in? He's listening to Texas Country. And I said, hey, man, would you sign this? When you get done with that, you need to go look up Luke Prater. He said, who's that? I said, that's me. And he said, you play music or what? I said, yeah. He said, what kind of music? I said, country, Texas country. And he said, no way, man. He said, I'm actually a writer with BMI. I was like, oh, really? That's kind of cool. He said, hey, let me do this briefing here, and then I want to listen to some of your stuff. I was like, okay. So, he signs his name. He does the briefing. He calls me out. He says, hey, Luke, come over here. So we sat in his truck that day for 2 hours, and he started just down my discography from the very top. sat in his truck. And of course, for me, like I said, it was a miserable day. So I'm just happy to not be standing out in the mud. And I'm good. Now I'm cleared with the company to sit in this guy's truck. So he's listening to every song, asking me questions about every song. And he said, well, can I pitch you some of mine? I said, yeah, I'd love to. And his name is Justin Potter. And we start listening to his songs, and they're great, like really good. And he's from Lavernia. I'm from Lavernia. He said, hey, let's get together and write sometime. So long story short, we met up one day, and just I was kind of picking his brain on his life. He had been in the military something like 20 years and had lived all over the country. And I had just come off the back of the Curtis Grimes thing, so I had just been all over the country. And we wanted to kind of chew on being all around the country and seeing all this beautiful stuff and it not really having the same hit to it when you're not with the person you'd like to be there with, right? Or being somewhere beautiful, but you wish your person was there with you to see it. And that's where the song came out of. All these places are beautiful, but I'd rather be back home in Texas with my girl.
Amen, man. Luke Prater, again, sounds like Texas. Tex exclusive. I got to work on saying that.
That's cool.
Yeah, man, this one's awesome. Thank you for playing it.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
ready.
Here we go. Crack it down, that alarm clock sounds. A goodbye kiss and I'm heading out, she says. You better miss me when you're gone. Load the stuff, hit the road again. Hear the sound of the lonesome wind she blows. It gets colder as I get further away from home. With every mile I can't help but feel alone. But Oklahoma's got them roads, and I don't mind Ohio. And I've been thinking about a spot there in Colorado. California's still on fire. Montana drives me wild, but I'm still thinking about that girl back home in Texas. It's a little too cold in Kansas. Another night in a motel room, a few more days of this missing you. I'll pray I'll make it to that Texas line. Talk about a life in another place, but there's a small town in every state we could find. A little spot where that sunset comes through the trees. Truth be told, she's the only place that I wanna be. But Oklahoma's got them roads, and I don't mind Ohio. And I've been thinking about a spot there in Colorado. California's still on fire. Montana drives me wild, but I'm still thinking about that girl back home in Texas. It's a little too cold in Kansas. There's nothing wrong with New Mexico, waves on the Carolina coast, driving through Tennessee where that Teleco river flows. And Wyoming's got them northern lights, you can't beat a Florida sunrise. They'll be fine as long as she's by my side and catching. Yeah, my heart's still sitting right there where I left it. It's a little too cold in Kansas.
Very nice, man.
Thank you, sir.
I do love that song, man. I think that's a great song. And I guess I just love, songs about missing Texas and your favorite gal. Thanks again to your wife and your photographer for making that long drive. I thought you were staying in Houston. I didn't realize you were coming in from San Antonio today.
Dude, it worked out perfect.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, man.
Whenever you can, whenever we can make it happen. I know I probably told you this the last time, but you always have a platform wherever I'm at. I know it was kind of like, we weren't able to, we wanted to do this months ago, but
Sure.
Whenever I can get up to San Antonio, I'd like to come do something with you too, man.
Do it.
Yeah.
So go eat or something.
Yeah, man, I would love to. That'd be awesome. I would like to do a little something that we do every week on the show called 3 Things You Never Knew. Special edition with you, Luke Prater.
Come on.
You ready to do it?
Let's go.
All right. So tonight in 3 Things You Never Knew, we're going to tell you about our own time zone here in Texas. The legend of the Lavernia Chupacabra.
Okay.
You heard about this?
That was close. Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
That was pretty close. Chuka.
Chupa. Hey, man. We don't have those where I'm from.
I've been called worse.
And the largest bat signal here in Texas. Let's get into it. 3 things you never knew. Again, about Texas with Luke Prater. We do have our own time zone here in Texas. You knew that, right?
Did not.
Did not. What do you mean?
I mean,
whenever we get there?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Shoot, is my phone just on Chicago?
Yeah, that's Central Time, isn't it?
But is that not our own time zone?
Yeah, it is. But here in Texas, it's whenever we get there. See, we're doing 3 things you never knew about Texas to let non-natives, the droves of people that are moving here, right, from California and mostly California, we're trying to educate them here. So
I should have known that already.
You should have known that.
I didn't know that.
We don't run on Central Time, Luke. That it's again called whenever we get there. Let me ask you this. So.
Oh, okay. That just pieced together.
Yeah.
So for my father, who's always late, he's always on Shane Prater time. Same type of thing, you're saying?
It's exactly the same. So like when Shane says the brisket's going to be ready at 5, you really don't have to show up to like 7:30 and
100%.
just pray that it is ready by then.
Yeah. We're on board now. We're good.
3 things you never knew about Texas with Luke Prater tonight. Let's get into the legend of the Lavernia Chupacabra. I can't believe growing up there you never had an experience like this. And you said you haven't heard about it, but the legend is that he roams around late at night looking for lost Whataburger taquitos.
Okay.
Some folks say that it's just a stray dog with a bad attitude. And you've never seen, you said you love Whataburger. I'm sure there's
probably fed him.
Yeah, you probably have.
But I've never seen him.
That's so funny. You've never had a run-in. Have you ever had a run-in with anything weird like that? Like when you're out in the boonies or something like that? Like have you ever seen Bigfoot or an alien?
Yeah, Bigfoot. I can tell you, you say Chupacabra. I mean, it's silly, but my parents used to watch these just terrifying TV shows when I was a kid, right before I went to bed. And one of them was on the Chupacabra, and this lady was talking about she had her sunroof open, and the way that it was described was kind of like a demon. So I try to power of Christ, stay away from that.
Yeah.
But this thing was hanging upside down. So I had family on Lake LBJ, and man, from their house to the water was like a quarter mile. And boy, I remember walking. It'd be pitch black, and for whatever reason, when you just said that, I just got PTSD of being a little boy. I'm thinking, boy, you better run up that hill. That Chupacabra's going to get you. So I haven't had a run-in, thank God. Yeah, I've heard of
But
it.
you still felt that fear.
That's it, 100%.
Yeah, I love that, man. 3 things you never knew. Finally tonight, again, Luke Prater Edition. Thank you so much for doing this too, man. I'm going to try to start doing this with the artist each week. You're the first artist that we've actually done it with, you know. So, and again, I had to work it in around you. So
I appreciate you.
Texas, again, has the largest unofficial bat signal. Are you afraid of bats?
I don't care for them, but...
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm not trying to hang out with bats.
100%. Yeah.
You know? I'm not going in a bat cave.
Correct.
And I don't want to be around anybody that has a bunch of bats.
That's correct.
Or bat guano.
You know about the Austin Bridge bat thing?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Take that as a no. There's a place, you can sit at Fuddruckers downtown Austin, and there's some cave where I think it's every night or maybe once a week or something. There's like 1 million bats that live underneath this bridge. And every night, same time, it's like a storm that comes out of there, all of these bats. So that's kind of cool, but
What are they trying to get? Fuddrucker fries?
maybe or Whataburger. Trying to hang
Well, the
out with that
Fuddrucker
chicken
fries are way better than Whataburger. They have the wedge fries.
Yeah.
Whataburger fries, again, I liked Whataburger when it was really Whataburger. Now it's not. It's like owned by the
By the yuppies?
Chicago time zone people,
By the city boys.
by them city folk. And finally tonight, again, the largest unofficial bat signal. It is under the Congress Bridge.
In Austin.
Is that where you were talking about?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I hadn't read this far, honestly. But
Perfect. That's perfect.
let's see what it says here. It says, but what folks don't know is that if you shot a Lone Star beer up at the sky just right, those bats form the shape of a giant cowboy hat.
Yeehaw.
Have you ever seen the bat giant cowboy hat?
No, sir. Can't say I have.
You hadn't seen a lot, Luke. You hadn't seen a lot.
I'm just staring at the road most of the time.
yeah.
Trying
Paying
to keep it
attention.
between the mustard and mayonnaise.
Scientists say that it's just a coincidence that the formation is a cowboy hat, but I say it's proof that even bats in Texas know how to two-step.
So that's not a bit. That's a real thing?
No, that's a bit that ChatGPT wrote.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry to call it out then.
No, it's fine. I don't care. That's crazy, man. I can't. I wouldn't be able to eat at Fuddruckers if I was surrounded by. There's no way I'm going anywhere near that.
Yeah.
People like sit outside. Is it by the river? Can you like eat outside and then the bats fly out?
Yeah, when you say that, it's kind of.
Man, when I was
that's how the coronavirus started, right?
yeah. That's so funny. That's so funny. You're a funny guy, man.
Well, thanks.